Let's get right into it. If you're a contractor, you know you're good at what you do. But what good is that if your potential customers, well, if they can't even find you? Today, we are going to break down the exact blueprint to fix that and get your phone ringing off the hook.
Yeah, I know. It's a tough pill to swallow. But think about it. You could be the absolute best roofer, the best remodeler in your entire city. But if you're basically invisible online, it just doesn't matter. The hard truth is, a huge majority of your potential customers are looking right past you.
And here's the number that should really wake you up. 76%. Let that sink in for a second. When somebody types in a search for a contractor, more than 3/4 of all the clicks go to just 3 businesses at the top. It's a total winner-take-all game. And if you're not in that top group, you're basically just fighting for the leftovers.
So this is what we're fighting for. This is the grand prize. We call it the Google 3-pack. You know what I'm talking about. A homeowner searches for, say, plumber near me, and bam, these are the first 3 businesses they see, right there with the map pins. It's the digital main street for local services, and you absolutely have to be on it.
Okay, so what does being invisible actually cost you? I mean, we're not just talking about clicks here. We're talking about real-world phone calls and, yeah, cold hard cash. Just look at this. The difference is staggering. That big bar on the left, those are the businesses in the 3-pack. They're pulling in 40, 50, maybe even 60 calls a month just from Google. And that little tiny bar next to it? Yeah, that's everybody else. They're lucky to get 10 or 15 calls. You're not their first choice. You're just the backup plan, if they even get that far down the page. And here's the bottom line. This is what it all boils down to. You take those 30 or 40 extra calls every single month. You multiply them by your average job value, and you are staring at a potential loss of up to $200,000 in annual revenue. That's a new truck, a whole other crew, real growth for your business. And right now, it's all going to your competitors. All right, enough doom and gloom, because here's the good news. Getting into that 3-pack, it's not some kind of dark magic. It really just comes down to a clear, repeatable system. So let's break down your 5-pillar blueprint to win this thing. And here they are, the 5 pillars. Simple, right? First, you gotta master your reviews. Second, your profile has to be 100% complete. Third, you need to build out a solid photo library. Fourth, you use Google Posts every single week. And finally, number 5, you create specific local web pages. See, it's not some secret trick. It's just about doing these 5 things and doing them consistently. Let's walk through each one. Okay, let's start with the foundation. These are the things you can basically set up correctly one time, and they'll just keep working for you 24/7. We're talking about your profile, your website pages, and your review system. Get this right, and everything else gets easier. I love this analogy because it's so true. Your Google business profile is your digital first impression. An incomplete profile is like showing up to a bid with half the paperwork. I mean, if it's half finished, what does Google think? They just assume your business is kind of sloppy or maybe not even open anymore. And they will absolutely rank your competitors high. So the big takeaway here is you have to fill out everything. I mean, everything. Don't just list general contractor. Get super specific. Kitchen remodeler, bathroom remodeler, deck builder. And don't just say you serve the metro area. No. List out every single city, every suburb you work in by name. Google's algorithm loves this level of detail because it screams trust and authority. And you know what? This same logic applies directly to your website. A generic page titled Our Services tells Google absolutely nothing. But a page dedicated specifically to kitchen remodeling in Plano, Texas, now you're talking. That sends a crystal clear signal. It proves to Google, and more importantly to your customers, that you are the local expert for that exact service in that exact town. All right, so once your foundation is rock solid, it's all about weekly consistency. Think of these next pillars as the engine. They're about showing Google week in and week out that you're an active, thriving business that's out there getting stuff done. So your first goal here should be to get over 100 photos on your profile. Now, I know that might sound like a ton, but what's incredible is that this is one of the strongest signals you can possibly send that you're a real, active company doing real work and not just some, fly-by-night operation. So what should you be taking pictures of? Literally everything. The job in progress, the beautiful finished product, your team working safely, your branded trucks parked out front. Oh, and before and after shots? Those are pure gold. Just make it a habit. Get on a job site, snap 3 new photos.
Done. And here's a pro tip that I guarantee most of your competitors are totally missing. Before you upload a photo, rename the file itself. Most people don't know this, but Google actually reads the file name. So, like you see here, instead of that random string of numbers from your phone, you're literally telling Google exactly what the photo is. Kitchen remodel, Plano, Texas, 2024. You're spoon-feeding the algorithm more data. It's such a small step, but it has a huge impact.
Google Posts are another one of these powerful signals of activity. Seriously, it takes like 3 minutes to post a photo of a recent job with a short description. If you do this just once a week, you're telling the algorithm, hey, we're open, we're active, we're engaged right now. It is literally free advertising space. You gotta use it.
Okay, now for what might just be the king of all ranking factors, reviews. And look, you can't just hope they'll happen. You need a system. The magic window is asking within 24 hours of finishing the job. That's when the customer is happiest. Send them a text with a direct link to your Google review page. Make it super easy for them. Then, and this is crucial, you have to respond to every single one. Your goal should be a nice, steady flow, maybe 2 to 4 new reviews every single month. And when you respond, don't just say thanks. That's lazy. Get specific, just like this example. A great response thanks the customer by name, Jennifer, and it mentions the exact project, your bathroom remodel. This does 2 things. It shows potential customers you actually care, and it reinforces those valuable keywords for Google's algorithm. It's a win-win.
Okay, so you have the blueprint, you know what to do, but, knowledge without action is pretty much useless. So I'm giving you a challenge. I want you to start making this happen immediately.
Listen, this isn't some 6-month overwhelming project. This is your mission for this week. Just look at this list. You can fix that big profile mistake on Monday. Upload 3 new photos on Tuesday. Send out those review requests on Wednesday. This is all totally doable. By Friday of this week, you could have made a massive difference and already started to close that gap.
So when you boil it all down, it comes to this. Right now, those 40 to 60 calls every month are going to 3 of your competitors. Are they better contractors than you? Probably not. They're just more visible. But now you have the exact same playbook they're using. So the only question left is, what are you going to do about it?